Hello everybody, ADDF Toxic here. Welcome back to the Bottle Rocket Gaming server. Got a couple trains here at the roundabout. Wow, there's 3 trains. I've actually never seen this many yet. Let's just watch this all clear up first. And then we'll get onto what I was actually planning on doing. The yellow train right there is actually just waiting for the other train that just passed that way. And then he can go. And the white train was, of course, waiting for the yellow train to clear before it went. But anyways, I guess I didn't really need my jetpack for that. If we come over here into the rail service yard, wow, I'm surprised I ate that. I have this wooden desk set up here. And these are, I believe, from Bibliocraft. Yeah, right there. Oak desk, some wood, torch, and a feather. Not that tricky of a recipe. But on here I have, at the front, this is the to-do list that was in Warp's office. He has now given this to-do list to me since I'm kind of in charge of the rail stuff. And back here, I actually have... I'll just take these down. Unfortunately, I can't just read it like I can the one at the front. I have to actually take it off the desk, but that's not too bad. So this is the legend of what each of the colored trains mean. So if the color, the way we have the train set up, the primary color will identify its service. So white is power, and black will bring back sludge. And the secondary color identifies which town the train goes to and from. So I have that in this in a separate book here, and light gray for Rurikstown, green for Forestertown. But one of my problems with this system is let's take a look in here. With Minecraft books, you can't edit something earlier in the page. So if I decided that I wanted the item train to be red instead, I don't think I'll change that. Yellow seems to be working out pretty good. Only one person has said that it looks like vomit. So looks like I plan on keeping that as yellow. But as an example, if I were to want to change it, I'm clicking up on my keyboard right now. It's not moving. I cannot move anywhere in here. I would have to copy all this text somewhere else, backspace everything, change the color, and write it all back again. So that's what I want to change today. I'm just gonna take a run here. Oh, I didn't jump at the right time. I have actually made it across the gap before. Troubles in operating this game all of a sudden. So if I go into here, I'm just going to search up computer. Actually, I'm going to use an advanced computer for this. Computercraft is one of the mods that, even before I heard of Bottle Rocket Gaming, this is one of the mods that I've wanted to try out. One of the mods that I wanted to play with, that I wanted to use, so that's what I'm going to be doing now. So let's see here. The first thing I'm going to do with this is set a label. And this is, I'll just call it Legend, because it's the legend of the trains. And what that's going to do is, now if I break this and decide that it would be better over here, because these here are for servicing and building trains, so it doesn't make sense for the computer to be over there. Now if I check the label, check the label, the label is still there, and the programs will also still be on the computer. If I were to create a program and then move it later, and I didn't have a legend, or if I didn't have a label, it would all the programs would be cleared, and I'd have to reprogram everything, which would be no fun. Anyways, and I'm going to, I'll create a program, call it startup. That way, when the server loads, this program is automatically started. And I meant to bring up the Computercraft wiki before I started this, because I can't quite remember how to do a while loop. I do actually program in real life. I actually have a job programming now, so this is the logic of programming is not going to be too hard for me, and this is going to be a really simple application. Ah, I did have it right. While true, do, end. So this loop here is going to make it so that it will loop forever. So I'm going to start off with a menu. Print L, I think. Let me just test this, and I think I need a semicolon. And let's just save. Exit. Okay, so that's not right. I'll just do some programming on this program here, and then I will bring you back and show you what I've done, actually. Because watching me program, I'm sure, is not going to be all that exciting. So, be right back. Oh, dear God. Okay, so that works. Oops, what? How do I turn the computer back on? Oh God, there it is. So it's almost 8 hours later, across 2 days, and 353 lines of code, and quite a few error messages that I've seen. But I have a partially working program here. So it starts off with a little menu, and one of the basic things that I wanted to do with this was to move these books over. And I have done that for the most part. So we'll start with services on number 2, menu item number 2 here. You can see a list of all the services, and I'm just going to open up the sludge train, and it gives me more information. Color's black, it comes into town. It has tank carts on it, all the information that was in the book, as well as the description. And I've also added the golden ticket purpose, which in most cases is none. Most of these trains don't use golden tickets, but there is one at this point that does, so that's why I put that there. And one of the advantages to this system here, it wasn't in this one that I saw it. If I go into the loot train, you'll notice I kind of made a little typo in the carts. Chest has a capital H, that's wrong. So instead of having to backspace all of this just to fix that one little typo, because those kind of things drive me nuts, I'm just going to type E, press enter, and I want to edit carts, so 4. It used to be chest, now it's chest with proper capitalization. So that's looking better. And if I press A here, there's one train that I haven't put in here yet, which is items. And basically it just lets me go through all the fields and enter them all. This train is going out. It also has chest carts. And the golden ticket purpose, it identifies the item to deliver to the satellite city. Train is used. I have this all copied into a notepad document on the other screen, in case you're wondering. So there you go, so now that's in there. So I'm just going to exit here. And likewise, I have the same kind of thing for destinations. It's actually fairly... The code is pretty much word for word copied. Just say it's destinations instead of services. So I've added most of these destinations here, except for Farmtown, which, same concept as before, A for add, and that will be farm. The full name of the town is Farmtown, and Farmtown gets a brown train. So now I can go into farm and see the rest of the information, which obviously isn't as much as information about the service trains, or each of the services. And again, we have the ability to edit these fields. So if I go into Mining Town here, I chose the color gray initially because, you know, mining it kind of like stone is gray. But Seshi, the head of Mining Town, the miner of the server, miner as in M-I-N-E-R, not M-I-N-O-R, really likes the color blue. And I don't have anything on blue yet, so you know what? I'm going to change that for her. Oops, color blue. There we go. Now, all these features are for me to, I didn't mean to quit all that way. For me to change, changing the colors there will not change, for example, all the routing tables, like this one here. I don't know what just happened to my sword, I'll find that in a second. That still say gray. There's the sword, bouncing off the edge of the screen. So that's one thing I still need to do. I still need to go through and change all the routing tables whenever I change something like that. Most of the features in this little program are pretty much for me and me alone to use, which is why some of the error handling isn't the greatest. A little bit of background information here. How I stored the data. You'll see here there's 4 folders. One of them is disk, which is the floppy disk, which I've been keeping a backup of my program on. ROM comes with the computer. And then there's destinations and services. I'll just go into services here. And inside here you'll see, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 files. 4 services, and a list of all the services. So you got power, these are the short names that I've been putting in. And it takes a look at those short names and finds the short name in the rest of these files, and that's where it gets the rest of its information from. Edit power. Color, white, direction out, description, blah 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 blah. Bit of a funny order, but that wasn't my doing. That's all commands within Computercraft. Now, I've now replicated basically what the books were doing before. But there are other features that I have planned for this program. Start it up again here. You see 1 and 4. I still have to work on right now. They just give me a funny little saying. So I will work on that, and I will be right back. And welcome back. So I've already showed you options 2 and 3 here. Now, let's take a look at option 1, because I finished that, and it's the coolest out of all of these, I think. So, 1, and let's label build the train. And it's just going to ask me what service I want, so let's say loot, and the town, let's say mining. And it's going to tell me that I need to build the train with a locomotive, primary color lime, secondary color blue, because those are the colors of the service in the town. And I need to put an anchor card on it, and then chest cards a maximum of 5, because our roundabouts don't, we have some problems if there's any longer trains on there. And it also tells me that there's no golden ticket required. And basically, it just took all this information out of the services and the towns that I set up earlier with the other 2 options on this program. With the golden tickets, I actually have it set so that if it's set to none when if I go to services and go to loot, come on. You can see here golden ticket purpose none. I literally typed none into the system on this particular one, and then the program, if it finds none, then it writes that separate string. Now, if I say build a train for items and send it to the farm, it now tells me the purpose of the golden ticket here. Now, that's all cool. One of the other things I want to do with this, though, is you can't really see if I were to build a train here. I can't see it from out here, so I'm going to just jump on over to the data center. I usually end up on the roof when I do that. And I'm going to grab an advanced monitor. And by the way, the reason I'm using advanced computers and advanced monitors here is because they support colors. So I do have an idea. I still need to look into how to do it, but I'll work on it at a later date. Where for let's say the colors of the trains, instead of just saying lime and blue and things like that, it will actually show lime and blue. But that's a little bit more work than I want to do this weekend, so I'll worry about that later. So I want to put this information here up on this monitor. So I'm going to just quit the program and edit it. And right here I'm just going to say local m main is equal to peripheral.wrap. And the monitor is on the top, so I'll say top. And now for each of these prints here, I'm going to say mon.print as well. Oops, and basically just copy everything twice. And then after the user presses a key to continue, I'll just clear the monitor. So let's see how well that worked. Build a train, sludge for Ruark, I don't know. Okay, so I got an error, awesome. It's building, it's on the screen somewhere. Let me fix this quickly. Or not so quickly, whichever. We'll see. Oh! Really stupid error. I didn't call my variable mon. Alright, so apparently it doesn't like /n line breaks on the computer. On the monitor, I mean. I got the clear's working nice, but let's see here, quit, edit startup. So instead what I'm going to have to do is First find the code again. Oh yeah, and by the way, it also uses write instead of print. Print is not a good command with the monitors. With normal console programming, like the rest of the program is, print will put a line break at the end, whereas write will not. Okay, so main set cursor pause. Is it line first or column first? Let's try that. We'll see. Okay, that was the right way. All right. Build the following train: locomotive, line light gray, anchor cart, chest maximum of 5, and no golden ticket required. And I can see that from over here, kind of. That's one of the other things I want to, in the future, do with this system, actually. I can't run when I'm hungry. These may also be used for building trains, and obviously we cannot even read that right now. So, simple solution is to put a computer over there as well, and I actually have a floppy here, so I've actually just been copying a backup of this program onto the floppy just in case. I'm actually going to do that again right now, because you never know. Edit. And I'll just move that over because it wasn't looking very center. But... Oh, that's a monitor. There we go, that's the computer. So one, loot train to forestry. There we go. So lime green, we already have that that train on the line. But this computer will be for these two building racks, I guess. And then we could put another train over here. The problem is I'd have to copy all of the information about all the services in all the towns to that computer as well, and whenever I edit something, I'd have to copy those over. So one of the things I want to look into doing in the future is kind of building a server somewhere around here, and then editing this program so that it looks to the server, and then put that same program over here so that it can access that same server, so that you can build from this line. One of the other things that I originally had on this in this menu here, you may have noticed earlier, I decided to move it off of this computer because it wasn't as related as I originally thought, but I didn't want to completely get rid of it. So I just put a little computer here, and I'm not sure if anybody's going to use this. I tend to make programs like this that nobody uses, but basically, if Ruark's on and I'm not on, and he decides he wants to send his sludge back to town or something, option 1 there, request a train. Ruark is going to Brew Town. What is the purpose of the train you're requesting? Take my sludge. I don't know. And then I can come in, when I log in, I'll try to remember to check number 2, see the request there, fulfill it or call him crazy, delete it, and now there's no more requests. Just a quick little program. I don't really know. Like I said, I'm not sure it'll really be used, but I tend to make things like that, so, yeah. But that's going to be the end of this episode here. I think it's been going on for long enough. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. Have a good life.